Hi, have you heard about this concept called Zeigernik effect? Zeigernik. Zeigernik effect. No? Zeigernik is a very famous psychologist, Blum Zeigernik, his actual name. He is one of the most earliest people who has done research on memory. So we all people recently we are conducting training programs on memory, but Blum Zeigernik, very famous psychologist, he did research on memory, what we remember, why we forget many years ago. I believe once Zeigernik went to a hotel. He was having his breakfast and he saw many people were sitting there ordering different menu, and there was a waitress and she was supplying everything else and she was giving them bill as well. At the end, as her shift got over and she was actually trying to pass on the information to the next waiter, who all people had to pay the bill. When Zeigernik saw this waitress is trying to brief another waiter about people who are yet to pay the bill, he got up and said, you know who all ate what? She said, yeah. And she was able to tell what order people have given, right? Those people who have yet to pay. Then he asked the question about those people who already ate, they paid bill and they left. He said, table number 1. How many people they sat there? What did they order? How much was the bill? Now she didn't remember. But people were sitting on the table still. What did they order? How many people they were? And how much is the bill amount yet to be paid? No, she remembered. Then Zeigernik concluded that any task which is unfinished will create some nervousness, will create some tension. Automatically brain becomes very alert and it will give a signal for it to remember. That means you have 10 tasks, you have completed 6 tasks, brain says these tasks are over, it doesn't remember them anymore. Now you have 4 or 5 more tasks which are left, it to be completed. No, your attention, your focus is on those 4-5 works. Now that is called Zeigernik effect. So that's the reason why anytime you complete a task, you tend to forget the task because you think this is out, it is over. You push that out from brain and brain doesn't attach any more importance. But a task which is yet to be completed and it's creating some nervousness, it's creating some tension, it's creating some stress for you, and you become very alert and you try to pay attention. And that is the reason when I recently went to a hotel, I was observing the same different kind of waiters there in the hotel. And even then I tried to check with them and I found out that anytime, so when people they order food yet to be paid, they remember, anybody paid, they'll forget. Have you ever noticed that you want to go to meet your friend, he gave you some address, so you ask someone, how do you go to this person's address? He will tell you go straight and then you find one pawn shop, take a right turn, and then 100 meters you find one bank, then take left turn, and then there you find one provision shop, then take right turn, and then you get one temple and take left turn, and then 4th house is your friend's house. He will give you directions looking at the address. Now till you reach your friend's house, you remember the instructions. The moment you reach there, you will forget everything else because the task is completed. Imagine you ask someone, I want to call up Jayasimha sir. Can you give me his number? He will tell you 9866018989. He gave you my number. So till the time you dial that number, you remember that number. At the moment you made a phone call and you spoke to me and you bought one course from me, and that number is out of your brain. Have you understood? The reason is, when you do remember the number? Till you made a phone call. When you remembered your friend's house, the directions, till you went there. So the moment you went there, automatically you forgot. No, this is called Zeigernik effect. Okay, Zeigernik, Zeigernik effect. So now we are trying to find out. Now there's so many great people, they have done so much of research about our brain, why we remember, what we remember, why we forget, so many great things. So you keep subscribing to our YouTube channel, you get lot of inputs. Not only we teach you how to remember the textbook information, we will help you to understand the brain, its functionality, how do we remember different things. So this is Squadron Jayasimha, Indian Memory Council President, multiple Guinness World Records, signing off, and see you in one of our memory course. Until then, thank you so much, love you all, bye bye.